Yep. I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna let y'all get back up in here. They struck the shit out of me for that. I don't know why though, because when I do highlight videos, I use the same footage. So I don't know that why that would be a problem. But I'll wait for y'all to join back up, and then we'll jump back on and try it again. No problem, and no beef. Yeah, they got me though, man. But this is why the organization, I'll say, that's why they get on my nerves a little bit. They got me earlier this year for no reason. Again, I got my video did pretty good. Tyson Fury was pissed off because I broke him down, and I think he sent some Goonies to YouTube to tell him to take my shit off because they struck me, and then the computer or the algorithm kept putting it back on my Tyson Fury video, and then they kept striking it again. They tried to give me 3 strikes for one video, and I'm like, I'm not even putting it back up. You guys are just putting it back up because it's not against your guidelines. But um, I ain't gonna argue. Y'all just gonna hear my voice. That's what it's gonna be. All right, let me see when more of you join up, maybe I'll start running my mouth. I don't know what you guys heard up to. And I don't see anybody in the chat, so I don't know what anybody's saying right now. I think they might have stricken my chats for a week. I don't know. Somebody try to chat if you can. I don't know if you're near a desktop, see if you can chat. If you can't, then they might have deactivated my live chats or something like that because of that last video. I'm not sure. So I don't know if you guys can even hear me right now, but we'll find out in 1 second when the first person popped the hell up here. Um, okay. All right. So okay, somebody in there. All right, Laurel Blizzard, appreciate it. Now I can go. All right, so we were breaking down the fact that were you on the last chat, Laurel? Let me know if you where you guys heard up to, because I don't know how much of the video they cut off. I was just talking, and then I looked down and I saw I had a strike. I didn't even know. Um, so how much of that video did you see if you were on there? Just chat and let me know what you went through. But I'm gonna go over it again. Number 97, Jarrett, I think his name is, or Garrett. I think it's Jarrett. Grady Jarrett, I think his name is. Yo, he's a beast, man. I think he went to a Pro Bowl last year. I watched how he passed rush. Oh, you said you just got here. You said y'all missed that shit too. But I was looking at one of his rushes. It was going a lot better when I had the video to go off of. I'll just wait for the coach's film though. But I was looking at one of his rushes and he kind of just turned the corner and flattened out on Russell Wilson. Real crazy, man. Um, but I always show videos, Laurel. I don't get that. Like every video I do, even the highlights I do are with actual game footage. The ones with the soundtracks, I'm using soundtracks and game footage, and those are okay. I don't get strikes for those. But now I got a strike. So they're just being inconsistent with the way they're doing that. I don't understand that. And at the end of the day, anything that from super chats or anything from monetization, if there was one, would have went to the NFL anyway. So I don't get that. But I was watching one of his pass rushes, one of his sacks on Russell Wilson, and Garrett turned the corner, something crazy. So when it comes to us and our game plan versus Atlanta, I'm saying this again. This is like the third time I had to say it. I feel like they play into our hands a little bit more than the Rams do because they look to push the ball upfield. Matt Ryan in that game against Seattle, even though Seattle was blitzing them, Matt Ryan was still taking 5 to 7 step drops or coming out of shotgun and holding the ball forever on a consistent basis. And he reads the field because of Julio Jones. Is not a bad reason to do it, but he reads the field consistently from deep to short rather than um, from short to deep. You said that's without Still playing. So Still, yeah, Still was playing pretty good though. I think against the Rams. I don't think he was horrible. I mean, obviously he's a rookie, but Seattle was getting destroyed because they didn't. They had a rookie in there too. They were getting destroyed because of Tack McKinley. Yeah, you can come down. Yeah, Tack McKinley was going in on that right tackle. I don't know who it is, but I know it's not a fitty anymore. But Tack McKinley was going in on him, man. So consistently, they were able to bring pressure on Russell Wilson, and we're going to have our day kind of set out for us. That's why this game is dependent upon us scoring early. One, it takes pressure off of Dak Prescott because we won't have to worry about people pinning their ears back and running after him. And then two, it makes it so that this offensive line can kind of keep this defense honest. They won't be able to pin their ears back and come after you, even though their pass rush isn't half as good, I don't think, as the Rams. So if we could deal with the Rams and get out of there without getting destroyed, I think we could do the same with the Falcons. Offensively, them versus our defense. Offensively, they are. That's where we can take advantage of them. Honestly, although they're a big play team, that plays into our hands because I don't think they're going to have that much time. Because I was watching how they held up against Seattle, who was blitzing to bring pressure, but we're getting there. We don't need to blitz to bring that pressure. Seattle let their bona fide pass rushers go in the offseason. They let what's his name, Clowney. They let him go. So yeah, all 22 out from Sunday. I don't know where that is. Yeah, I don't think it's out yet. But they let him go. So because they don't have anything other than I think Bruce Irving and forget who else they had out. Oh, and Benson Mayo, who we know, and they were playing pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Bruce made a couple plays, and Benson was going in too. But I don't think that they have enough firepower to be able to bring pressure against Atlanta without blitzing. So they blitzed a lot of Bobby Wagner, a lot of Jamal Adams, who likes to blitz anyway. We don't need to do all that to bring pressure, though. We do actually have the front seven to bring pressure, which will force Matt Ryan to hold the ball a little bit longer, I think, because we'll have more people out in those passing lanes. Seattle didn't have anybody out in the passing lanes. They just said, fuck it, we're going to gamble. We're going to beat you to the ball carrier. And if you can't stop it, oh well. And that's what they did. And they just, they said, you're going to get a couple plays on us, which they did. But we feel that we'll make more plays than we give up. And that's how Seattle approached the game. And that's how they beat them. Okay. Yeah. LVE, you said say something about LVE. I think I went over that. Yo, what's good, Law? Law in here, man. Um, Shout out to Law Nation, Vach Lombardi, and all those dudes too. Foots, Tyson, all those guys. But yeah, I think I went over that last night. How I feel about LVE. I think his career, though, I will say this: I don't think it's over, but it's definitely not as he's not going to have as high hopes or expectations now because it doesn't look like he's going to be able to really play the game with reckless abandonment the way you usually would want a young guy to, which may make him a smarter player. It made Sean Lee a smarter player because he had so much time in the film room. He became, just used to it. So maybe it makes LV better, but I think we've only seen about 40 to 50% of what LV could be because the other half of his game was going to be predicated on his physicality if he can develop into a more physical guy, taking on blocks a little bit better and tackling better. And you can't do that if you're kind of tentative because you're always injured. So yeah, that's how I feel about LVE. But this video is really for the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to make this one short, and then I'm going to jump back on again, and we'll talk about other things. But I wanted to go over a few things. Like we already talked about the deep passing game, Nolan's defense, and Green Bay with Mike McCarthy when he was there. Those defenses were predicated on stopping the deep ball, stopping the big play, and bringing pressure. All right, forcing the ball outside. You can beat them if you have receivers that could kill outside, which Atlanta does. They have receivers that can kill outside, and we do have a young corner in Diggs. Henceforth, the thumbnail dig deep. They're going to take some shots at Diggs this game, so we're going to see if Diggs is ready for this level of opposition of Julio Jones and the Ridleys of the world. But I think he is. So, and I think we're going to help him out a lot. But this scheme plays into our hands. Their scheme plays into our hands offensively or defensively, whatever angle you want to look at it from. Our defense versus their offense, should I say? Because at the end of the day, Nolan gives up things underneath outside. So those corners are going to have to come down and tackle, but you're also going to see them able to jump some of those routes because if our pass rush is there and we kind of know what's coming, you'll see these guys putting their foot in the ground and coming downhill like you want them to. So I think that's more so what to expect moving forward. I think that's what to expect in this game because of the way they're going to have to approach us. And if you watch them play, the only way they can look at us on film and say, "Hey, we're going to take some chances," short, is if they want to reorganize their entire offensive scheme. Their offensive scheme is not a horizontal scheme; they're a vertical offense, and a pass-heavy vertical offense that plays into our hands. We didn't get an opportunity to put any pass rushes together in this last game because they were doing one-step, three-step drops, hitch passes, screen passes, and so on. I don't think Atlanta's going to do that half as much. And when you look at the short pass game of Matt Ryan, I was watching Bucky Brooks, I think it's Bucky Brooks. I was watching him earlier. His analysis, shout out to Bucky Brooks, but his analysis was pretty good when he looked at. He just said to look at Matt Ryan throw short. He was looking at it statistically, but I went and actually looked at the film after I heard him say it, and I said, "Oh, it makes sense." I wanted to see if it was Matt Ryan not being able to deliver short passes because of pressure or just footwork, and it was a combination of the two. He reads the field from deep to short, which is a habit that's going to be developed if you have a toy like Julio Jones. You're going to read the field that way, and because he reads the field that way, he holds the ball longer than most quarterbacks, which wouldn't be a problem if you had a quick release like a Romo or like a Peyton, right? But he doesn't. He has a slower release. It's just like a long. He has a great deep ball, but it's a slightly slower release, and it's cumbersome when he goes to throw short. His footwork is choppy when he throws short, so he's missing on a lot of short passes into the flat. And he was late short, and he was late short because obviously it's his check down. He looks deep, and if he has that time, he comes and he rushes the ball short, even though it's late. So those linebackers, if they're paying attention, Joe Thomas is one of those guys that's a playmaker. You might see him make some plays if he's matched up against against Gurley or running back coming out of the backfield, tight end, so on. Because those late short routes is where I think Seattle has some opportunities to jump some routes, but they were hitters. Quandre Diggs and Jamal Adams are both bangers. They was hitting, but they could have jumped a few of those routes had they not been looking to lay guys out, man. So we don't need the blitz to bring this pressure. We can bring pressure with our front seven, and he likes to hold the ball. So if we're going to assess or evaluate this pass rush, this is the game to do it, and this is the type of quarterback to do it. He's not mobile. He's smart. He makes pre-snap adjustments, but he is a guy that you can rush to a spot against, and I think we'll do pretty good against him. I really do. Atlanta, they're a little bit more deceptive now when it comes to their running game, but they're not ever going to be a run first team. I just don't see it, and they're not going to beat the Dallas Cowboys dropping back 40 times, 50 times a game. It's not going to happen. So I think we win this game lopsided because those chances that they're going to take deep, I think we're going to be plus in the turnover category, whether it's by sacks and sack fumbles or interceptions. I think we'll have some turnovers in this game though, and if we do, we're not you're not going to beat us. Period. If we're +2 this week, I think we win easy, lopsided, similar to the Seattle game. I think it's going to be a pass heavy game because the only way to really beat Atlanta is to keep them one dimensional. But they elect to be one dimensional anyway, which is probably why they kind of flatten out or plateau out. They went out and got Gurley, but Gurley, I don't think they didn't use him as a bell cow because they didn't have preseason this year either. So he had some good carries, and they were deceptive again with transitioning to power running. So they were power running out there, coming right down Seattle's throat. But once Seattle adjusted, they just said, we ain't doing that shit no more. And I think we'll come into the game trying to prove ourselves against the run. But they're going to make it easy for us when it comes to that, unless they're slashing in that first quarter. And if they are, then we know we still have those same problems from last year. But if we're able to contain them against the run early on and score in the first quarter, Dak and Kellen Moore, I think we got them. I think we got them. They have a very young secondary as well, so we can take if we weren't scared to go after Jalen Ramsey on a consistent basis, and we did, and I think we whooped his ass. At the end of the day, I know we'll be able to deal with Isaiah Oliver, who I like a lot, and AJ Terrell. They're both young. They both can be had. Oliver's more of a press cover corner. AJ can do a little bit of everything, more athletic, quick twitch athlete. Isaiah is a strong, more like a Diggs type player. He's a strong, long press cover corner, very aggressive. So I think we can have. And at the end of the day, if Gallup is beating up on Jalen Ramsey getting off the press, I'm not really worried about him getting off of Oliver or AJ Terrell. And I'm not saying that those guys are not in the same league as Ramsey, because obviously they are, but they're younger, so they can be had, and I think they will be had. And I don't see anybody shutting these three receivers down. And if you can't do that, you're damn sure not going to stop Zeke. If you have to allocate resources to stopping our receivers, if you can trust your corners to do their job out there alone, then you can stop Zeke. You can't stop Zeke if you're relying on your corners who are young and you have to help them. they're gonna have to help him. So I think that's how that game will go, man. Um, let's see, bro, go and get his two of my predictions for my physique smart guy. I don't know what he's saying. I guess you arguing with somebody. You said Matt Ryan had a pretty good season. Matt Ryan, I'm not scared of Matt. I'm not scared of quarterbacks like him. I never was. We always played, even when we had other teams, we played quarterbacks that are like Matt, meaning stationary pocket passers. We always play them good. We played Tom Brady good. We played Peyton Manning. We used to always beat the Colts. Reason being, I think we've historically been pretty good at rushing to spots. We have trouble against mobile quarterbacks. It doesn't matter how good or bad. Last year, I don't even remember the kid's name. Number 2 from Detroit was just kicking our ass. So we have trouble against those running quarterbacks. The Bills, they last year they made Josh Allen look like a king. So I think that's what we've historically struggled against. And I don't know, maybe we still do. Who knows? But I don't think Matt Ryan has what it takes to really stop us, man. No, the all 22 is not out yet. MVP. I would have put that up instead, but it's not out. They haven't released it. Let's see. How about moving Connor Williams to right tackle? Eh, I don't like Connor Williams no more, man. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it. I mean, at right tackle, I guess he got a shot because of his feet, but Connor inside is for sure something I don't like. Iceberg Q, what's good? You're But yeah, for sure, I don't really like him. I don't like him right now, man. He's getting like slapped around, and you would think after years he would get pissed off enough to They say he's coming in stronger and stronger. Yesterday, they were like, hey, on Sunday, they're like, hey, Connor came in, 15 more pounds of muscle. Doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like he's still getting slapped around. They still hoeing him out. So I don't know. I just ain't feeling it, man. Yeah, I ain't feeling it. Yeah, like you said, MVP. I mean, maybe he is strong enough. It's just something about him that I just don't like, and it's called he's on the ground all the time. And it seems like a replay of the same thing over and over again. You just take him, slap him upside the head, and he's on the ground. It's not like he's like getting out of position or he missed one or the guy got on him all of a sudden. He's just getting outmanned straight up consistently. And that's Zach Martin might get beat out leveraged or something like that, right? But you know why. Tyron Smith, he might get beat. You know why when you see it though. Guy might have caught him with a move. He wasn't expecting power, and he got power when he was thinking speed. Guy spins on him when he's thinking whatever, right? Those things happen. And you can kind of look at that and be like, all right, well, this guy's just a hell of a matchup for Tyron. Like Frank Clark always gives Tyron a problem, people like that, like long, fast guys that also have some power and tenacity, like Demarcus Ware did, right? Those guys can give Tyron some problems. But if you're just one dimensional, if you're just a fast guy, Tyron will adjust. He'll stop you. If you're just a strong guy, you're not gonna outpower him to the quarterback. It's not gonna happen. So he'll shut you down if you're one dimensional. Only premier pass rushers bother him, right? Connor Williams, it's like nobody's get stats with this guy. It could be anybody. I'm not that Brockers is nobody. Aaron Donald definitely is not a nobody, but it's just he gets thrown around a lot, man, and I'm tired of seeing it. So I don't know. I don't know. I gotta see him at tackle, but my confidence in him is shaking. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. What's up, Marcus? Man, I ain't heard from you in a minute, man. Marcus Calloway, Rue Glock, what up? Robert Bass, what's good? What's good? Yep, I'm glad I'm back on YouTube too, man. I feel good sitting here. I'm gonna go live again though, because I don't want like when I make those 3 hour videos, you guys don't watch them because nobody wants to sit and watch 3 hours of footage. So I'm gonna cut this short, but I'm jumping back on in a second. I'm just gonna change subjects. We'll talk about in the next video. We'll talk about some LV career issues. I think we talked about it in this one, so I don't need to even. That's in my notes though, but I don't think I need to go that deep into that. We'll look at Nolan's scheme later. I'm going to have to reload the footage. I don't think they're letting me put any more. I'm not going to put any more game footage up, not now, because they just tried to distract me. So I'm not messing with it. He said, "Why not try the offensive left guard, Leary? Leary who? You mean our old Leary? Leary that used to play here? Nah, he too slow and old now. He was old when he left. I think this defense game changer was good, man. I think this defense because of Terrence Steele did not look like trash, bro. What are y'all talking about? Y'all tripping. Y'all go at our people hard, man. Like Terrence Steele didn't look like trash though. I think he gave up 1 sack and one pass breakup. I think that's it. I think I have to go back and watch it again, but I can't watch the all 22 yet, so I don't know for sure what he really did. But neither do you because you can't see the all 22 either. So if you don't see that, I don't see how many plays he gave up where you can say he played like trash. I think he played okay, but he played like a rookie out there in space, and they were isolating him. And for them to isolate him and only get, I think, a sack out of him, it's not that bad. He picked up stunts pretty good. He was playing okay. He was playing okay. You said our fans burnt out. Yeah, yeah, we definitely burnt out. You said Ron Leary only 31? I don't know. He seemed like he was here for a while before he left, and he's been gone for a while. He's been gone for like 3 years, so I guess he was just a young dude. But no, I'm cool on Ron Leary, man. I think I would try Connor McGovern in there before I would do that, or move Tyler Biadasz around. I watched Joe Looney was throwing dudes, man. He picked a dude up and literally launched number 59. He just launched him through the air on a sack. It was a sack actually, but on that sack, the 59 stunts. I think is when Aaron Donald got his sack. 59 stunted around Aaron, which freed up Aaron because Joe Looney had to stop helping Zach Martin so that he can throw this guy. But watch the sack that Zach Martin gives up if you guys want to watch that highlight. And just watch what Joe Looney does in number 59. He throws him through the fucking air, man. I was just like, damn, Joe's a strong ass dude. I didn't like I said, I haven't seen the coaches film, so I can't say which snaps Beatis was in versus out because I can't see that angle. So I'll look at that when they put it out. Yeah, we everybody expected us to come out killing everything, but it's a lot of newness on this team. Think about this. You have a new coach, you got a new wide receiver, you got a young offensive coordinator, got a makeshift offensive line. We have a lot of new players on defense, but new nose tackle. New we got a Alden Smith coming back trying to get his football legs back under him. You got Demarcus Lawrence playing a new position. You got Jalen playing a new position. You got everybody doing something new this year. Like it's going to gel. It's going to gel. And if it doesn't gel, y'all know I'm a flip. So it ain't like I'm gonna sit here and be like, I'm not gonna be like, wait, let's. If I'm holding off, it's not that bad because I'm usually the cynical, skeptical, critical one, and it's not really much to criticize yet. You can't sink your teeth into enough to know what's going on, but it's a marathon for sure. For sure, it's not a sprint. So I think we're fine, and we gave up 20 points. We gave up more than that last year to the Rams. You know that, right? We gave up 20 points, and y'all act like we gave up the world. And honestly, after that first drive, I think we played a lot better defensively. I really do. I think after that first drive, we started stopping the run a little bit more too. And after LVE got out of there, LVE might have helped us in the air. He might have helped us in the air in that game had he stayed in. Even though I think Joe Thomas is admirable in coverage, he's comparable in coverage. He's just shorter. But yeah, I think he might have helped us in the air had he stayed in. But against the run, I think we got a lot better against the run. Um, yeah, I think we got a lot better against the run after LVE left. You know. You said, "What's wrong with Joe Thomas?" I don't know. What do you mean? He hurt? I don't know. You gotta explain. He said, "Darius, you feel okay? Our offensive line. If you're good, I am too." Yeah, I feel okay. What up, Ken Lott? Yeah, I feel okay about our offensive line. I don't think our offensive line is. I don't think they're a problem yet. They have to gel together too. I think our only glaring weakness is in the middle. If you shore up the A gap in the B gap by getting Connor Williams the hell out of there, I think the line instantly plays better. I do. I do. If you can't get that A gap pressure on Dak Prescott, you can't stop him from stepping up in the middle. Terrence still has all the room he needs to ride guys out deep. He's pretty good. He has a pretty good kick step, and he has long arms, and he has a good punch. And he's good with taking those faster guys, those pass rushers, speed rushers on the front side. He could like attack McKinley. I don't know because Tack McKinley is more of a aggressive dude. He's just like a battering ram. So he might have some trouble if he lets him get into his body because I don't know how strong Steele is. But if he's dealing with a speed off the front, I like him. Dak has to be able to step up though, and if he can't step up, it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, Joe Thomas should be good. I like Joe Thomas. He said he's starting. Somebody said something. What's wrong with him? I said I don't know. I was like I hope nothing's wrong. I haven't heard anything. So yeah, if he's good, I'm good. And everybody who's criticized, I'm gonna make another video for that. But criticizing Jalen is just like it don't make sense right now, man. It don't make sense right now. I don't get it, man. But let me stop this one and then we'll jump on. I'm jumping right back on doing it again. I just want to break these videos up, make them a little shorter because I've been going for like an hour at a time, and which I'll still do. I'm just gonna cancel this one, come back on. So for those of you who are on here who want to jump back on and want to catch that next one, definitely hit the notification button now and hit the like button too while you're on it so they can promote this video. But yeah, I'm gonna start just getting my thoughts out live because it makes it quicker, makes it quicker for everybody, and I can get more content out to you guys. So I'm just gonna keep going. But all right, be right back.